Hi guys, Hugh here from Square Labs. Today I'm going to take you through how to set up a custom connection in any Zoho application that you can use to integrate across multiple Zoho applications. This comes in the wake of the deprecation of the specific Zoho OAuth connector that many of us relied on for multi-application connections. Now in this example, I'm using Zoho CRM, but you can replicate the same steps in any Zoho application. This was the article that was explained where Zoho was deprecating their Zoho OAuth connector. Now this connector was special because it listed scopes across multiple applications. And now they're pushing you to use the specific single-use connectors, which are like this one here, where it goes to Zoho CRM. If you open up this specific connector, you'll see it's got a list of the scopes that you need for certain tasks within the API. One thing you'll notice is if you go to the Zoho API documentation, you often find that certain APIs require scopes that are already across from different applications. So for example, the mail merge one here requires Zoho writer.documenteditor.all. Now, if we go back to that connector, you'll see here, if I go writer, you'll see I've only got the merge all. I'm missing the document editor. And you'll also find that if you've got the merge and sign, it's missing a Zoho sign one as well. So to get around this, we need to create what's called a custom connector. Now to do this, we can go into our connectors by going down to custom services. Inside custom services, we're going to start from scratch and go create service. Here you can enter the name of your new connector. So I'm just going to call this one Zoho CRM. We're going to select our authentication type as OAuth 2. Parameter will be header and the grant type will be authorization code. Inside here, we can list all of the scopes that are required for our particular API. You can select more than are required because you can create multiple different connections from this base service. Now, for example, we need to get our client ID and client secrets. We're going to have to go across to our API console. So api-console.com, zoho.com.au or .com, depending on the domain that you're in. We're going to select add client. We're going to then go server-based application. You can't put Zoho in the name of the client, but let's just call this one CRM. The homepage, we can just put as crm.zoho.com.au, whatever your domain would be. And then we need to select an authorized redirect URI. Now this is where we call back once the connection is established. Now to get this, it is specific to your domain. If you go to this specific link that I've given you in the description, you'll find that based on your domain, you'll be able to select one that is right for you. And I can take that over into my create new client, paste that in here, and then click create. You'll see here, it's now given me my client ID and client secret for this specific connector. Now I can copy my client ID and I've already pre-done one here and I can put the client ID in here. I can also go back and get the client secret and I can put that one in here. You'll see here you've got your authorized URL, access token URL, revoke and refresh token URL. Now these are specific to your domain, so make sure you check. I'll put a link in the description to where you can find the ones that are right for you. The key important part to this connection is you need to add hyphen access type equals offline. If you have online, your connector will only last 1 hour and won't refresh with the refresh token. So if you put access type equals offline, this will allow this connection to refresh automatically for you. Once you've put all of your details in here, we're going to have a delimiter of comma, paste all of the scopes you need. You can have more than you need for a specific connector, so often you might post a few more in here. Once you've done that, you can then click create service. This has now created the service where you can build more connections from. Once you've done this, you can now create a connection on this service. So if we click create connection, we can just come in here and name our connection and select the scopes that we want. In this case, I can select all of them and then I can click create and connect. This is now going to go and authorize this. It's going to have access to sign, Zoho CRM and writer. I can allow Zoho CRM to access this and then I click accept. Once this is done, it's now successfully created the connection. I can use this link name in any deluge functions or I can select this connector. As it's required, it will automatically refresh the access token with its refresh token and Zoho will manage the entire connection ourselves. And that's all we have for today. So hopefully that helps you get past that Zoho OAuth connector if you have some specific connections. And if you have any trouble with this, please feel free to reach out. We're always happy to help with these things. Catch you in the next video, guys. Cheers.